Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, first of all, for watching and following the E2L series for students and professionals. We are continuing with our topic of management and introduction, understanding the human resource management in a better way. Today's topic related to managers and managing part 3 is going to tell you a brief introduction to the topic in this context that how you implement particular management skills level wise, that which skills are required at which level of management. So if you are at the initial level of management, or you are the middle management, or at the top management role, it is going to help you for execution of your task and your job in a very appropriate way. First of all, you need to understand that any organization which is existing around us has got three levels of managers. There is first level, that is the first line manager, who is responsible for day-to-day operations, the tasks which are allocated on daily routine. He has to supervise them. He has to supervise people who are doing those jobs according to their job descriptions and the tasks which are given to them. Then it is also responsibility of the first line manager as a supervisor role, so as to see if they are finding any difficulty, he can guide them and help them for a better execution. Then comes the second level of management, that is the middle managers. This manager supervise the first line managers who are responsible for the execution. Like the supervisors are supervised by the middle managers, they are also responsible to find the best way to use departmental resources to achieve the goals. Departmental resources, don't forget, include the human as well as the other infrastructure roles, other resources which are needed for the execution of any task. If we are speaking of hotel industry in particular, we know that for execution of an event, there are the tasks which are to be allocated to the certain supervisors and their team. They need to have the equipment required. If we are speaking of any telecom sector, we know that they need to have the particular tools to execute. If we are speaking of an IT sector, over there also, likewise for education and all other sectors in government sectors also, the same role is there, and the same execution as per the need of task is required to be provided to achieve the goals. Then we come to the third level, that is the top managers, which are responsible for performance of all departments and have cross departmental responsibility. They establish organizational goals and monitor middle managers. Once we speak of organizational goals, please do not forget that we are particularly trying to highlight this thing, that any organization which is in place, they have to have a set goal. As I always request all of you, that we should also keep one diary beside us where we can look at our life goals, our career goals. Likewise, the organization has its vision and mission. I'm going to separately speak about it in another video, and will try to make you understand in a better way that what are the importance of the vision, mission statement and the goals of an organization. So over here, the people who are responsible are the top level of managers who are going to make sure that these goals are met, which are outlined for the success of an organization. There are three levels, as we said. Over here, you can see them: top managers, middle managers, first line, and the one very important base line through which the work cannot be executed is the non-management staff. Non-management, if that is in bulk, is not there, then you cannot perform any task in an appropriate way. You cannot say that the work can be done if the task force or the workforce which is in bulk is not there. Top managers are helpless without middle managers are helpless without first line managers, and likewise the non-management is not there, then they cannot do anything. Restructuring. Many organizations are in this process. I have intentionally taken up this topic because after COVID, during COVID, and other than that also, this downsizing had been very much in. Top management have sought methods to restructure their organizations and save cost. Restructuring or re-engineering, you call it, or downsizing, you name it. So these all mean that you cut down on the staff so as to have higher efficiency and can lead the right person for the right job to allocate and to execute the task which is there to be completed right on time to keep the brand image of the organization uplifted as well as things in place. If in case the organization is downsizing and eliminating the jobs at all levels of management, it can lead to higher efficiency, yes. Whereas on the other side of the picture is that people will might be feeling a bit upset or will be feeling that their jobs will be no more there. But there is a complete process how the people have been laid out or they have the jobs are eliminated, so how the jobs are then cluttered or combined together as one new job. And it is not always that the downsizing is going on, so a bulk number of people will always be thrown out. Rather it would be they would be either shifted or in the other way they will be compensated well to leave the organization. Often results in low morale and customer complaints about service. Yes, it happens that once people are leaving, they are going to talk about that this organization has laid us off, and this thing can reach to the customer. Obviously, in terms of their attitude and behavior, and their morale is to be uplifted so that they can perform well if they are staying with the organizations and are affected of the decision which has been taken by them. So restructuring again as re-engineering and downsizing, I'm going to take this topic in a different way separately with many examples of different organizations. Mergers are there in that way. There it happens that new small setups come up. There are different ways in which people are being on job and they are kept on job and they are given different opportunities to execute their job. Management trends, empowerment. There are few very important management trends which are to be in place, which you should execute as a manager. Empowerment expands the task and responsibility of the workers. Empowerment means that you are going to allocate the task and empower the other person. Like I had always been considering my on the job role, which had many times being empowered by my seniors, and I did the same with my juniors. Role expansion in which a person feels elevated, he gets experience, his career enhancement is there because he is doing a new thing which is going to help him execute the job in a better way. Empowerment, in another word, means that you have the power to perform and do the resource allocation as you think should be done and can take decision. Self-managed teams give a group of employees responsibility for supervising their own actions. It is very helpful. It is rather more accountability is strong. People can give you good results because if they are managing their team at their own, so they will be answerable and accountable. Efficiency will be on the higher side. The team can monitor its members and the quality of the work performed. So it is also one of the management trend as with you. Now let's come to the managerial roles which we just spoke about. Described by Mintzberg, a role is a set of specific tasks. What is a role? Role is actually a specific task a person performs because of the position they hold. Like if someone is human resource manager, is has to ensure that the human resource policies procedures are in place. If he is training manager, he has to ensure that the training is in place. If he is an IT manager, he should be responsible and is answerable to all the efficiency which is related to the provision of the gadgets pertaining to the IT infrastructure are in place, the systems are there, the softwares are working well. Likewise, if a person is a chef, so he's responsible that the cooking is done well, the food is prepared hygienically, and the HACCP standards are followed likewise. Roles are directed inside as well as outside the organization. There are three broad role categories: interpersonal, informational, and decisional. When a manager is performing his roles as per Mintzberg, there are three very important areas which are to be for. First of all, let's see what is the interpersonal role. Roles manager assumes to coordinate and interact with employees and provide direction to the organization. This direction is obviously a guideline that is provided to the for the organization. One very important role under the domain of interpersonal role is the figurehead. Figurehead is a symbolic role of in the organization and what is trying to achieve. He has is responsible. Second is the leader role. The person who is in a leader role has to train, counsel, mentor, and encourage high employee performance. He has to ensure if the people are performing well, they should be encouraged. If they are down performing, he should train them, should counsel them. Counseling does involve that he is helping them understand the problem and the issues resolved so that the work can go on. Liaison role is very important. Lion is it actually something which is in between the two people. It is a linking role, coordinating people inside and outside the organization to help them achieve goal. Outside the organization are the vendors, are those stakeholders whom you are taking work, rather paid or the services which are intangible. Both in any way, the linking is to be provided by the intrapersonal role of Informational role is associated with the tasks which are needed to obtain and transmit information for management of the organization. This involve monitor, analyzing information for both internal and external environment. Disseminator is the transmission of the information to influence the attitude and behavior of the employees. At times, you know that people are not behaving or following the ethics. They are not following the basic grooming standards in an organization. They are not following the uniform standards. They are not following the penalty system. They are not adhering to the standard operating procedures. So the disseminator role of the manager would be that he informs them, he tells them, and correct their behavior. Spokesperson role is the informative role. It is use of information in a very positive way to influence the way people inside the organization or the way they are interacting with the customer outside the organization should be kept in such a way that it meets the goal of the organization and follows the standard operating procedures. One very important role is the decisional role, which is associated with the methods managers use to plan strategy and utilize resources to achieve goals. Now, to bifurcate this whole sentence which I have written, associated with methods, which are the ways how the manager is going to take the decision and implement that decision till the end the results are achieved. Then the strategy is likely similar to the planning which is not for a day, it is a B plan, it is a way forward that how the decisions will be taken, how the things will work in practical in an organization, and utilize the resources to achieve the goals. Under the decisional roles, there are four roles. One is entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator, and negotiator. Entrepreneur is deciding upon new projects. Entrepreneur is always something which is setting up a new role in the organization of any new project, investment, or a new set of small company, anything. Disturbance handler is the responsibility, assume responsibility for handling unexpected event or crisis. The crisis can be that the people had five people had to perform a job, but the day when the job was supposed to be executed, only two turned up or just one was there. How this crisis will be handled. Unexpected event that the day when the event was supposed to be executed, there is no resource there. We could not arrange the resource which we outsourced from somewhere. Resource allocator role is to assign resources between functions and divisions. Function over here is not an event. Function is obviously the performance of one area or one role of a department, and the division is again the same thing, like one department has got two, three bifurcated small sub departments. This is what the function and division is. Set budgets obviously allocate the financial side of it of lower managers. Negotiator is a person who counsels, who makes the things go in a win-win situation for both the customers with the unions. You know, guys, that there are unions in all the organizations. Whether you speak of hotel industry, whether you speak of banking sector, that the union exists. What is union? I am going to have uploaded one video in the same channel. You can check that. More is going to come up. You can find about the unions as well as in detail as it is exercised at it is implemented at it as it shows its role and importance and its existence in any organization. Then customers and the shareholders and the stakeholders as well. So this is about the managerial skills are again three: conceptual, human, and technical skills. There are three skill sets which they need to perform very effectively, like the managers being conceptual skill, need to have the ability to analyze and diagnose a situation and find the cause and effect. Like they should know if there is anything which is going might not happen or can happen, they need to have an understanding, and then the if a thing goes negatively, what will be the consequence, how they will handle, they need to have a plan. Human skills is the ability to understand, alter, lead, and control people's behavior. The most important and difficult part is to identify and control the way people behave. And please understand, over here, I am not talking of general people, I'm particularly talking about the staff, employees, associates of any hotel, organization, anywhere where we are talking about. Third, a very important role is the technical skill, the job specific knowledge required to perform a task. Common examples include marketing, accounting, manufacturing, IT, cooking, or if you are talking about driving skills a person need to have for the organization. All the three skills are enhanced through formal training, reading, and practice, which is very important in all the aspects. Skill type needed by managerial level. We spoke about the top managers, middle and line manager. There are three basic, very important skills: conceptual, human, and technical skills. Conceptual skills, you can see the bar line. The line managers need them less, middle managers a bit more, and top managers need the more. But human skills are equally needed for the line, middle, and top managers. Technical skills again vary. Technically, if a line manager, if the category is going to be obviously supervisors, they need to have the competency of the technical skills. Middle managers need to have competency, a bit maybe on the lower side, but need to have the understanding more of it. Top managers just like that only. They need to have the conceptual side, okay, but the technical side in context of execution task, they need to know to some extent. But human skills is on top. Management challenges. Towards the end of this lecture, I would like to say that management is obviously not easy. Nowadays, what is happening around the world is the increasing number of global organizations building competitive advantage through superior efficiency, quality, innovation, and responsiveness, increasing performance while remaining ethical managers, managing an increasingly diverse workforce using new technologies, which is very important. These are the basic five challenges which the management has to take. I am going to talk to you separately in a separate video about the management challenges, taking into consideration all these five subtopics as a detail, and how we can overcome these, how we can handle these challenges effectively to be in a leading role to get promoted and be successful. Over here, we will end our last part of the management, understanding human resource management. We are going to come on to the next topic of HRM very soon, which will be shared on the same channel, E2L, shortly. So please subscribe, like, and share with your teams. And please don't forget, get to work, keep working, don't stop. Success is waiting for you. It is all about struggle, it is all about hard work. Once you are working hard with honesty, dedication, so you will certainly achieve the success. Struggle is the key. Thank you very much. Keep watching and sharing. Take care of yourself. See you so very soon. Bye bye.